Hello everyone, this is a video about adding a VPN provider to Gluetun. Um, in this particular video, we will add the RVPN provider. Um, so the first thing you want to do is go on the GitHub page. So this is at github.com/qdm12/Gluetun, and you want to go at the top here and click on the wiki link right there. Um, Okay, now in the wiki, this is the home page of the wiki. You want to go at the bottom on the right side on the sidebar over there. Go at the bottom, and you can see in contributing right there, you should have a development bullet point, and you want to click on add a provider. Let's click here. Now, this page is not that long, but it is pretty detailed. It's a step-by-step instruction. Um, all these are compulsory steps until pretty much 75% of the page, and then the remaining 25% are optional steps that you may or may not need. We will not go through everything in this page, but we'll try to follow it and see how it relates to the actual implementation. So let's start with the first subsection, which is called gather information. So this is pretty critical and maybe the most work and most boring work as well, where you need to actually communicate. If you have a subscription with the VPN provider, this is usually easier, but you still have to examine all the possible options, see what is the private information. Maybe you need to communicate with the VPN provider by email to know more about what's what. Because as a single user, sometimes you don't know how you compare to another user of the service, right? Um, anyway, so let's jump right in. There are three main questions. The first one is how do we obtain the server information from the provider? So sometimes it's through an API, a web API, where you can get the information in JSON. Sometimes it's through a zip file of OpenVPN files, for example. So you can download the zip file automatically and pass every configuration file to get all the server information. And sometimes it's an HTML page that is public, and you should scrap the page, extract all the server host names and all that to be able to use them. Now, sometimes it's not available at all to the public, and in this case, it's going to be a tough one. So the reason behind this is that we want to automate the server information update in Gluetun. So if it is not publicly available, it might not be the right thing to implement. You may want to just not implement a provider for that. But usually it is public, and if it is not public, you might want to ask your provider to make it public because uh, most well-known providers have this information as public through an API, so there's no point hiding it. Anyway, okay, second question is OpenVPN. Everyone knows about OpenVPN. This is the base VPN that all providers support. It's old, but it's working, right? And it's well supported. Anyway, so three questions here. If it supports OpenVPN, which it probably does it support UDP? So UDP is a network protocol, and there's also TCP, which is another network protocol. And you want for each of them to know the configuration, because the configuration is going to change a bit between the UDP configuration and the TCP configuration. And you want to know the difference. So you want to have two configuration files. You also want to check, maybe download different files for different servers and check they're all the same except maybe the root address, right? And then the third part is what are the user specific parts? So OpenVPN is very complex, let's say, and you can do a bunch of different configurations. And so sometimes you can just use the username and password to connect to authenticate to the OpenVPN server, but sometimes you have a private key, sometimes you have a private key and a certificate, sometimes you have an encrypted private key and a certificate and also username and password. So it can be a combination of things, and you should really know what is private, like specific to the user, and what is specific to the server. What is specific to the server should be public anyway. So, for example, certificate in an OpenVPN configuration file for the server is public information. So certificate authority, sorry. So yeah, that you need to know. This is a bit tough, and feel free to ask me as well if you want in a GitHub discussion or issue. I'll be happy to help. And the third part is, does it support WireGuard? So this is a bit of a also complicated one, I guess, where we want to know, you want to download different WireGuard configuration files for different servers. And what you want to know is the private key and also the pre-shared key, which is not mentioned here, but in case there's a pre-shared key, it's not always the case, and the addresses of the interface always the same for each server. If it is, then you can implement it. If it is not, the user should just use the custom provider that is already implemented and plug in the configuration file in there. Now, the reason for this is that you don't want the user to change the private key or the address or the pre-shared key or all of them every time he changes server. There's no point implementing anything for WireGuard in this case. It's easier to just plug in the WireGuard configuration file directly in Gluetun with the custom provider. Now, if you have the private key, the pre-shared key, and address all for the same, all the same for all the servers, you want to know how to get the server public keys. As the name says, it is public information, so it should be publicly available. And if your provider doesn't expose them, you might want to reach to them so that they expose it. So sometimes you get the public key, it is specific per server, and you can get them through usually their web API, or sometimes it's always the same public key, and sometimes it is specific by user. In this case, you should not implement anything. Use the custom provider again. You don't want the user to change the public key every time they change the city of the server. Okay, so now let's go to the RVPN issue right there. So lucky you, I did all the research work. So RVPN has an API, which is awesome. They also have a specs page, which is here, and trust me, it is nice, but it is very long. I mean, very long. Reading it felt really long. Anyway, going back to it, now they support both WireGuard and OpenVPN. So the public key is the same as that thing for all users and all servers. The private key is the same, the pre-shared key is the same, and the address is listed in the address interface is the same for each user. So it is user specific. This is the private information. It is user specific, but it's the same for all servers. And now from so I can just I guess show you what you get from this API. Let's jump right in. I'm gonna open VS Code right there. Let me just I'm just taking notes. So I need to add the pre-shared key to the wiki. All right. Okay, so here, this is the Gluetun VS Code editor. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna git check. Let me zoom in a bit. I'm gonna git check this. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna git check out -p RVPN to create a new branch, and I am going to just simply download the JSON from status. So I'm gonna output it to, I'm gonna do wget-q so it's quiet, and output this to API.json, I guess. All right, let's do this. Wait, oops, what's happening? Bad dash there. Okay, now let's open it in VS Code. Okay, so this is what you get from the API. So you get a list of servers right there. So you get different fields for every servers. You get, for example, you got the country, you got IP addresses, etc. Now, what is interesting is for WireGuard in the specs page, somewhere right there, they mention this is here the entry IP number 1 right there. It says number 1. So this means for all the IPs you have IPv4 in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4. The first one is for WireGuard here, and for IPv6 it is for WireGuard. So AirVPN supports both IPv4 and IPv6, which is nice. Um, and then so WireGuard is always the number one IP address, whereas V4 V6, and that's it. The rest is for something else. Now, if we go back to the issue, for OpenVPN, so that's pretty much it. Like for WireGuard, and the port supporters as 1637, which is the default one, and 47107. So we should let Gluetun validate that and only allow these two ports, which are the only valid ones. Now for OpenVPN, so the authentication is an encrypted private key, we call it user.key, and a certificate, user.crt. These are both PEM encoded values, and there's no username and password, which is not very common, but it does make sort of sense as well. So now they have supported ciphers. For OpenVPN 2.5, they have all these ciphers supported, and for OpenVPN 2.4, apparently they only support AES256CBC, which we'll test. Now for UDP, the IP address that you can use from the API is the number one, number two, number three, number four, so all of them basically. And the ports allowed are these few ports. And here's an example configuration file. For TCP, pretty much the same thing, except the API is number 1 and 3 only. For these ports, okay, this is a bit overcomplicated, but we'll go for it. It will work out. And for these other ports, it's IP field from the API 2 and 4, and I think this is already listed. This is listed here in 1,3. Anyway, this is a bit complicated, but yeah, just these two. So we'll need to take care of this when fetching the information from the API and putting it in the right format for Gluetun. So here's an example, and the ca.crt is that one, that's public information. The ta.key is that one, and user crt is that format. It's just a big certificate in PEM, and the key user.key is just a big in private key PEM encoded key. It's not encrypted or anything, so it's just a private key. And that is all. So let's jump right in finally. After we've done this research, let's go back to the wiki page. Okay, so this is done. The first thing you want to do is registering the provider. So let's go back to VS Code. Now we have this JSON. We'll get to it again soon. You want to go to, you can copy paste that, I guess. You can control copy and code, paste this. There we go. So first thing you want to do is add it in alphabetically sorted RVPN here, RVPN there. Okay, and add it here in the all function. That's all. That's all there is pretty much in this file. That's the first step of the registration. So number 1 is done. Number 2, we just did it as well. Number 3, copy the provider example directory. So there's an example directory for a dummy provider in internal provider example. So let's go get this. Okay, so internal is here. Provider is here. And we want to copy paste example here. So Control C, Control V, paste it. And what you want to do next is rename it to the provider you want to add. So here it's going to be AirVPN. All right. The next thing you want to do is you want to rename number 4, rename the package example to package u provider. So let's just go through that manually. So here you have package example. I'm going to rename it to AirVPN. Same thing here. Everything is going to be in red because it doesn't like it when it has different package names, but now it's all fine. We'll get to it, but there are a lot of to-do commands. It's mentioned in the GitHub wiki as well. You should address each of them, so we'll get to that soon. Okay, that's pretty much it. And now the last step for the registration is in internal/provider/providers.go. So let's open this. Okay, and we want to add it in this map provider name to provider. So providers.rvpn and rvpn.new and autocomplete. Done. Save. All right. Um, okay. Okay, now let's get to the hardest part. So the hardest part is the updater code, which gets all the server information, transforms it in something Gluetun understands and is compatible with other providers, I guess. So the first thing you want to do is add a key with the provider name inside the servers.json file in internal storage. So let's code it here. It already exists. And let's add RVPN right there. Done. Save. Done. Pretty simple. What is this? This is nothing. Okay. All right. Let's close everything to have a clear picture. Now, the second thing you want to do, you need to adapt the example code. Okay. So there are a lot of to-do commands. There's a lot of commands so you go in provider, then you go in RVPN, and then you go in updater, and you should start with the servers.go file. Here you have the fetch servers method on the updater. That's the only method, exported method at least, that the updater has and should have, because that's what we use somewhere else in the code to update the server information. Now it takes a context. A context is to stop operations in case something fails in the calling layers, and it takes a number of minimum servers to find, and it returns a list of servers. In Go we call this a slice, and an eventual error if something fails. Now I'm just going to show you quickly that the server structure contains several fields. The server structure is used for all the providers. There's about 10 or 15 providers supported already. I don't really know, but they all fit in the same format, and I try to always use the same wording. So maybe, I don't know, a server is going to use a continent, but I don't have a continent field in there. There's a region field. So then I set the region as the continent, so it fits the same model. Okay, let's go back. We'll get to it soon. Okay, this is a lot of information for you and examples such as, for example, fastest VPN or Mulvad or stuff like that if you need some inspiration to copy paste stuff around, But in this case, the example is based on an API. So in this case, we're just going to remove all this and jump right in. So let's start. Let's control click on the fetch API, and there we go. We're in the api.go file. So let's open the api.json file we previously downloaded. Okay, first thing you want to notice is this deprecated warning. So this is specific to RVPN. They say IP on tree and IP on tree alt are deprecated. Use IPv4 in 1 and IPv4 in 2, I guess in 3 and in 4 as well, instead. So we are going to completely ignore these two, which are deprecated, okay? Okay, let's get to it. So what we want to do first is define structures to represent the JSON. So the API data is the root object, and it has a list of API server, and the JSON key is servers, which is correct. We don't care about the deprecated warning. Wait, let's try to, okay. There's also this thing, routing, which is another key, but I don't think we care. Do we care about this? I don't think we do care. There's no IP address, and Gluetun wants IP addresses anyway. Ooh. Okay, so they have countries as well here. Interesting. They have AT. So, okay, so country looks like... So to get the host name, it looks like it's at.vpn, and this IPv4, the second IP address is 82, etc. Then there's IPv6, okay. Yeah, it's always the same format. Interesting, okay. And what else here? So that looks like the country code. But this is for this is not an IP address, and we want IP addresses. But we are interested in the country, the host name, sorry, for filtering and picking servers. It is a nice little addition. So we are still going to use this as a source of information, but I think we can use a country code to create the right host name. Um, I don't think we care that much about, for example, supporting what is it, like UA2, UA3. Just ua.vpn.rdns.org is a host name, and that should be enough. I think. Like, there's no point duplicating the information. Oh, maybe it is. Let's find out. Anyway, okay. So servers is correct. Now the API server structure is wrong, completely wrong. So let's delete everything that is in there. All the keys have to be changed. So we have public name. Public name in our server model, we have something called a server name. I guess we can use it. So let's call it public name like this. Great. Next one is country name. Country name, we need it for the country. Yep. Country code. Yep. That's we want that as well. Location, we want it as well. That looks like it should map nicely to the city. Location, very well. Continent should map to the region. That's pretty cool. All right. What else is there? Okay, bandwidth maximum, users, current load. Gluetun is not really dynamic. Like, it doesn't fetch information at program start, so we're not gonna use that for now. And now we want these IP addresses. We don't want these. Oh, we want the health as well. So anyway, let's go get those IP address. I'm gonna copy all these. So wait, my AI, I'm using GitHub Copilot. That's why it auto completes a lot of things by itself. IPv. Wait, let's just make it JSON. This. Okay. So IPv4 in 1. Okay, let's make it a net.ip. This is a standard library IP address. And let's make this an IPv4 too. Okay, let's see if it auto completes now. Nope. Alright, that sucks. Okay, let's make this here. Okay, so IPv4 in 3, in 4, then it's IPv6 in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the last thing is the health. So the health is a string, and so to complete there. Okay, cool. So that should be all the information we care about. We don't care about these two. We don't care about these few dynamic JSON field. Okay, let's get to it. So this fetch API should be dumb. Like, it should just, send the HTTP request, get the result back, and then the calling layer should handle modifying the stuff, Okay, let's remove this to do. This URL obviously has to be different. It has to be the same as this one here. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is getting, that's fine. At the URL, we check we got a okay status. We decode with JSON. Just modifying a tiny bit. All right, yep, looking good. That's pretty good. All right, so we are done here. Now this will get a list of all the servers in the data format, I guess, from their own model. Okay, now, this is all this code is made because most of the time you get host names but not IP addresses, so you need to batch resolve host names to get their corresponding IP addresses. But in this case, we get fixed IP address, which is, by the way, nice. So thank you for that, RVPN. So we can pretty much the parallel resolver and all the collecting of hosts and stuff, we can remove it. Yeah, we can remove all that. Let's remove everything. We are just gonna keep the sort, which is sorting the servers at the end. But yeah, okay, let's fill up stuff now. And I'm gonna delete as well the resolve.go file, which is not gonna be used. Okay, so we got our data. Now, I think it would be a good idea actually to it's gonna be a lot of duplication for each IP, but to have a host name per IP address, so the user can easily select which IP they want by using the corresponding host name. Because from the countries listed, for example here, wait no, at the bottom I guess, right there. Okay, they also work by continent, but we're gonna skip the continent thing. What I'm saying is that for IPv4, for Ukraine, for example, it's UA.VPN, and I'm pretty sure they have, yeah, there's another Alcor right there. Yeah, and so the first host name most likely corresponds to that first IP address here, and we want to make this available to the user. So how are we gonna do that? Shouldn't be too hard, I think. Okay, so let's see. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna iterate over the data that. Come on, what's wrong with that? Okay, yeah, that. Okay, we're gonna iterate over the servers. Okay. Okay, let's. So every server. Okay, let's think a bit about this. So every server has. Let's go back to the GitHub issue. So every server on IP field 1, there's a WireGuard server. So every server has API server model has one WireGuard server. Okay. Using IP. Actually, there's two. Wait. IPv4 1. Wait, how do they call it again? IPv4 in 1 and IPv6 in 1. Okay. So two WireGuard servers. Okay, so has WireGuard server using let's just repeat for clarity's sake. WireGuard server using IPv6 in 1. Yes. Okay, what else? Now for OpenVPN in Gluetun. Give me a sec. If I'm not mistaken, yes. Okay, so okay, let's see. For OpenVPN 1234, so all the IP addresses. So that means 8 servers, 8 UDP servers. So wait, OpenVPN server, UDP server. Okay, wait. There's some shared thing for UDP and TCP. It's 1 and 3. All right. So TCP plus UDP server using IPv4 in 1, in 3, and in an IPv6 in 1, and in 3. Okay. And now the last thing is for the UDP, there's 2 and 4 that are only UDP. So that was tough. UDP server using IPv4 in 2. What is it? 2 and 4, right? Yeah. 4. And IPv6 in 2 and IPv6 in 4. Did I miss something? No, that's it. Okay, because we deduplicate if one supports TCP and UDP. Okay, so that means we can set a constant here. Number of server per API server is equal to, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, AI. That is correct. And so from that, we can know the expected number of Gluetun servers, right? So expected number of servers is gonna be this. I like to put the factor at the start. Okay, and okay, what we want to check here is that from before doing any more processing is that do we have enough servers to continue? Because if, for example, the API returns 5 servers and we have 200 servers on file, we don't want to use those 5 servers. Like the API is probably broken for some reason, and we want to keep using the 100 servers even if we have a bit of a data information. Um, so wait, this error is a bit weird. Let's go fish one from ExpressVPN, I guess. Uh, Yes, that's the error we want to use. Okay, copy paste error. So we okay, so we got okay, we got well, it's not really expected that let's call it projected, otherwise it feels strange. Okay, projected Okay, cool. And okay, so we have this, we check. If we don't have enough, we just return the error, stop here. If we do have enough, so the same or more than 80% of the existing number of servers, we are going to process this data. So first thing you want to do, we know that is what we are going to return, the servers, slice of servers, and we are going to allocate it like we're gonna allocate in memory a capacity equal to that projected number of servers, so that we don't do reallocation. It's just a little performance trick. We don't really need it, but it's nice to have. Anyway, okay, now finally let's iterate over the API server. Let's go to the API server here. So we are going to use this, I think. We can start with WireGuard, which is a bit easier. Okay, but yeah, first thing we want to do, thank you AI, this is all the AI. Okay, I don't know how correct this is, this might be completely wrong, but I'm just gonna press tab and see what's what. Alright, so if it is not okay, wait, I believe, yeah, if the health is not okay, we don't want to add it. It's a bad server, we don't want to add it, so just continue to the next API server. Now, okay, WireGuard. Wait, let me, I like to code that, so I'm gonna code this manually. So we want a base WireGuard server. Okay, and this is gonna be, actually, let's make it a base server. So command to WireGuard and OpenVPN. So how are we going to do that? What is common to all the 10 servers we're going to add is, wait, let's go back to the API. So the name is always the same. So the server name is gonna be the public name. Okay, that's good. The country name is gonna be the same. So country is gonna be the same. The cities, the locations are always gonna be the same. The continent is a region here, there. Very nice. What else? The country code. So the country code, we don't use a country code in Gluetun, but we are going to use it to reconstruct the host name from it. But that will depend on which IP we use. Okay, I think that's it. So that's the common thing. Now let's create a base OpenVPN server. So we're gonna make it equal to the base server. So that creates a copy, by the way, in Go. And now we're gonna set. Oh, this doesn't exist. We're gonna set it to the VPN, OpenVPN, sorry, protocol. And by default, because all of them support UDP. Wait, do they? No, all of them support TCP, but some of them don't support UDP. So we're gonna set TCP for all of them. Wait, no, never mind. They all support UDP, but not TCP. Some of them don't support TCP. Okay. Okay, so that's our base OpenVPN server. Now let's start with WireGuard and we'll get to OpenVPN after. So base WireGuard server is equal to the base server, same thing. That doesn't exist, and AI is being stupid here. And WireGuard, okay, and that's it. So now what we want to do, we don't need to set the UDP because WireGuard is only UDP, so there's no point setting UDP to true. What we want to do is there are two IP. There's IPv4 in one and IPv6 in one. So that's two servers. Okay, so let's. Okay, I guess we can. I guess we don't need really a base server that much. We can just. Let me think. Yeah, no, that. Yeah, it should be fine. We can use probably the same one. Yeah, we can use the same one. Okay, so let's just remove the base. Let's call it WireGuard server. Okay, okay. And so that's gonna be the first one. So so the IP is, oops, it's only gonna be one IP in this case. So we create a slice of one IP. Yeah, but I'm just gonna put the v4 address because the reason for this is that there's a different host name for the IPv4 and the IPv6. So in this case, let's set the host name. So we're gonna rebuild the host name to. So what is it? Let's go at the bottom there. Okay, so for example, this is continents. So it's the country code. Okay, this format. All right. So I guess I can just use, oops, API server dot country code plus this thing. Okay. So that's the IPv4. I guess for clarity's sake, I'm just gonna have a base WireGuard and base WireGuard server here, and then call it IPv4 WireGuard server. Okay, this feels cleaner. Done. Okay, and we want to finally append this to the set list of servers. Next, we want to do the same thing for the IPv6, so copy paste. There we go. IPv6. This is IPv6 here. IPv6, and here I believe it's .IPv6 here. Let me check. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, and here don't forget to put this as a 6. And that is it. Not too complicated. Okay, now OpenVPN is a bit the one that is a pain in the ass, I guess. Okay, so okay, so let's do where was it again? So OpenVPN, TCP, and UDP. Okay, let's start with the UDP and TCP. So, or maybe let's start with on the UDP. Let's start with on the UDP. We'll do TCP and UDP after. And oh god, okay, there are 4 servers. So we're gonna have what is it? IPv4 in 2 and IPv4 in 4. Yeah. So IPv4 into UDP. Oh, god damn it! Wait, really? Yeah, I guess. All right. Okay, so OpenVPN server is gonna be the base one, and then the IP is gonna be the second one, which is correct. Okay, and the host name is gonna be the country code plus the number 2. Okay, sure. Country code plus number 2 .vpn rdns.gorg. Okay, and we want to append this one. Maybe we can append everything actually. No, let's keep it like this. I think it's better localized. Okay, now IPv4 in 4 here. and here, and number 4 here. Alright, that is done. Okay, what else do we need here? Okay, so this I think is so this is UDP only for in2 and in4. Oh, we need to do the IPv6. God damn it, I forgot. Okay, so let's do the IPv6 here. There. Okay, okay. So I think this is like this, right? Let me check. To IPv6, yes. Okay. And same thing below here. Oof, that's a lot of. Yeah. I guess we could make the code simpler after. Oh, no, I guess. Wait. Let's see. IPv6 here. Okay. No, I guess we can leave it like this. It's pretty explicit. Okay, wait, this is .ipv6. And this is number 4, not number 6. I don't know why there's number 6 here. Okay, that is good. This we can, yeah, this auto-generated thing, I'm gonna remove it. Okay. Ooh, why is it? Yeah, IPv6 in 4. Yeah, that is more correct. Okay, this is good. And now the last ones are the TCP and UDP for the in1 and in3 for both IPv4 and IPv6. Whew, okay. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I think we can just copy paste that. And actually, the base OpenVPN server, I'm gonna change it here. I'm gonna set TCP to true now. Both TCP plus UDP server below. Alright, and I am going to pretty much copy paste that, I guess. Let's skip a line. Okay, so IP, let's start with IPv4. IPv4 in, what is it? In 1 and then 3. Alright. So 1 here, IPv4 in 1. So here there's no number as far as I know. Alright, just .vpn directly. Okay. Okay. Yes. This is the first one. Then we have in 3 here. Wait, did we do IPv4 then IPv6? Okay. Okay, I guess I should do the same. So otherwise it's confusing. IPv6 here and IPv6 here. And that's good. Okay, and then the number 3, server number 3. Ooh, that was a pain in the ass to do. So number 3 here and number 3 here. This is in 3, in 3, in 3. Blah 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 blah. Done. Okay, there might be errors, but I don't think so. It looks pretty solid. And for the number 1, yeah, there's no number. It's only for the number 2, 3, 4 that they are a number. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think we're done here. Are we done? That was pretty quick. Okay, so a big for loop basically with a lot of different cases, and at the end we just sort the servers by host name and country or whatever. Like it's already pre-programmed for you, so you don't need to worry about this. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay. Yeah, we can try. Okay, so let's continue in the next step. That was a bit long, sorry about that, but had to be done. Okay, blah 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 blah. Update the servers. Okay, let's try this command. All right, so paste it here. Oh, sorry, that was my dog. And let's put RVPN here, and let's see if it works. Ooh, it crashed. Oh, okay, something I need to add. it says provider example not found. Yeah, this is because we need to rename name method before running update command. All right, we'll get to that. So yeah, one step I forgot to mention in the wiki is that in the provider.go, go at the bottom here, and this you need to update to the right name. So here it's RVPN. There, done. And now let's run the command again. Oh yeah. Another thing I forgot to mention in the wiki is update input path. So wait. We probably call the example the new update. It's example that updater, and we use that whereas we should not. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, here in RVPN Intel. So of updater in internal provider RV. Well, your provider, I guess. Your provider slash provider.go. Okay, so here we're using the example updater, which is completely wrong. So we just want to update this to RVPN. Done. And now it pretty confident is gonna work. It is gonna work. Yes, no, it didn't work. Okay, cannot update server information. The server blah 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 has not WireGuard public key field is empty. Aha, indeed. But as you may remember, I know this has been a bit of a long video, but the WireGuard public key is always the same. It is here. So let's copy paste it and set it. We don't re-update it. Like we could make our code better to hard code it, but like let's just keep the same format and not bother. So let's go back in our servers.go here, and the base, not the base, the base WireGuard server here. We want to set it that WireGuard PPK is this thing. Done. Let's try it again. Done. It worked. Now, one thing I recommend in the wiki as well, I think, is to check internal storage servers JSON. That's where the file is changed. You want to check. Oh yeah, one thing you want to do is bump this to 1. It's a bit of a convention, but they all start at 1 for some reason I decided. So wait, this is this okay, bump, okay, oops. All right, cool. Now the timestamp is automatically set, and then the servers are listed here. You can see this is the IPv6 hostname, which works. The IPv6 address is here. It supports TCP UDP. This is a WireGuard IPv6. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Everything is there. Yep. Okay, pretty awesome. It's just that. Wait. Okay, that's. Wait. What happened here? 1 second. Did it? Why is this so many servers? Wait, is it that many servers? Okay, it is. It is a lot. It is. Oh god. It is. How many? 28,000 lines of servers. Alright. That's pretty. I mean, I guess the whole file is 157,000. Oh god. Alright, anyway. It's 133,000, and we added like 30,000. I guess 29,000. Yeah, I guess that's. Oh, okay. Wait. One thing I noticed is I think I've seen a comma, and we don't really want commas. I mean, we could, but it's gonna be hard to find. Could use a regex, but okay, it's fine. Let's just keep it. Yeah, not that great, but yeah, whatever. Let's just keep it. Worst case, we just compress it, and yeah, I need to do that at some point. Compress the file. It will be tiny, so that's it. Same thing. Okay, cool. So this is done. Now let's go to the next step, which is a provider code. The provider code is not in. We can close this updated directory, which is done, and we need to check. Okay, first we need to check the updater is created. Is called the fetcher, and is created here. And let's control click on it. And yeah, we need to clean up this thing. Like the updater was created, but there's like so many things. We don't need the unzipper. We don't need the warner. We only need the HTTP client, pretty much. So let's clean this up. There we go. This we can clean. We can remove. Okay, this is done. We can remove these ones as well. There we go. Okay, this looks already much better. And now in the provider.go, we can remove the unzipper we don't need. The updater warner we don't need. The parallel resolver we don't need. So this we can also remove here. Done, done, done. Done. And that means we'll have to update providers.go here as well and make it much simpler. Remove this. Done. Okay, this is a bit of a cleanup, I guess. This is done. So let's address all the to-do commands that are left over, I guess. In connection.go. Okay, so this is interesting. So this thing, pretty much the whole a bunch of things are automated for you that you don't need to implement. So this is nice, but you need to set this thing, which is particular to the provider. So what is the default OpenVPN TCP port? What is the default OpenVPN UDP port? And what is the default WireGuard port? So going back to the issue, which is here, WireGuard, the default port seems to be 1637, so let's use that. For UDP, the official OpenVPN port is 1194, so we can keep it like this. And for TCP, it's 443. I don't really have a preference. I guess we can keep it to 443. It doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Now that's it. So this is done. Just remove it. All the protocols are supported as well. So this is done. This we've done it as well. Now the last thing we need to do is this thing, which is a tiny bit complicated, but not too much. So the provider settings variable here, we need to set the right field to generate the right OpenVPN configuration file. So first, this contains a bunch of fields. You don't need to set all of them, obviously, but some of them are automatically set. You can check the OpenVPN config. So it sets, for example, client, no bind, TLS exit, stuff sometimes that is not in the file, but I thought about it, I researched the options and all that, so everything should be ready to be used here. Okay, let's close the other files. Now we want to check the example configuration file. So, okay, so for UDP, we have client. Client is already added, dev is already added. The remote is going to be taken care of by itself. Resolve retry is to use a host name. We are not using host name, so we don't want that. No bind is added by itself. You can check all this is here. For example, no bind is here, client is here, etc. Passes key, passes tune, we don't want them. Auth no cache is already set. Root delay usually is not needed. We'll test it. Maybe we'll need it. Verb is just the verbosity. This is set by an environment variable. Explicit exit notify. Is it used for both TCP and UDP? Let me check. And I think it's only UDP. Okay, I think I said it. Yeah, I said it. It might be worth just checking real quick the OpenVPN manual and checking what is the default value for explicit exit notify. In UDP, what is the default end parameter? Okay, 1. Yeah, we should only try once. Like I don't know why we should try 5 times. Once is fine. I guess it's because I don't want to deal with users not disconnecting properly. Push peer info is something I haven't heard of yet, so I'm gonna have a look. Is always push to the server. Okay. Okay, I feel like this is not needed, but we are going to. Okay, just in case, we are going to leave it commented and we'll remove it after. Uh, there's no field for that yet, so I'm just gonna put it here in the extra lines. Extra lines, you just can't stuff anything in there, so that should be fine. This we need to change. The TLS auth is not the right one. So TLS auth, let's go back to the issue, is, what is it? TLS auth is this thing, I think? Wait, TA key. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, wait, I need to put it on one line, so let me open the temporary file, remove the new lines, there we go. Okay, paste. And now we need to do the same thing with the CA. Okay, so CA is what? Is this thing, same thing, copy paste in that temporary file, remove the new lines. There we go. And paste. Okay. Remove SAT TLS. Did I see this? Okay, yeah, server. Okay, it is set. CA is set. There's no ping. Okay, no ping, so let's remove that. Okay, the ciphers is something we should check to do check compatibility for OpenVPN 2.4, because right now Gluetun supports OpenVPN 2.4 and 2.5. Sometimes people need to go back to 2.4 for some reason. So from what they say, okay, this is definitely supported on everything. So CBC. But what they say is, okay, 2.4 only supports CBC, but then 2.5 supports a whole bunch of funny things. Let's try to set OpenVPN 256 GCM, which is not meant to be supported, and we are going to comment, and we'll have to test it. Like, I'm curious if 2.4 only supports really CBC, because right now Gluetun code is not designed to change ciphers depending on the OpenVPN version. So, and I would like, it's a tough choice, I guess. Maybe we'll just restrict it to AES 256 CBC for simplicity's sake, and then the user can plug in one of these ciphers if they want. Okay. Anyway, okay, back to it. I think this is all. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. This we don't need. This is setting an environment variable. We don't really care. Comp LZO is disabled by default in OpenVPN 2.5, so we don't need it. Okay, and the protocol is set by itself. Oh, here, the number 1, this is the key direction, so there's a field for that. We're just gonna set it to key direction 1. Done. That's pretty much it. Okay, and this will generate the OpenVPN file, and that is all. And this we're gonna remove. Cool. Okay, now let's go to the next step. This is done. Okay, this is done. Okay, this, wait, I need to remove. This no longer works. Remove. Okay. Settings validation. Okay, this is not the last step, but we're getting there. So yeah, we need to be as strict as possible, so the user will be alerted, like, no, you cannot use that, like, or you cannot use that port, like this won't work, like because we know the spec. I've been reading this technical huge spec, this huge table. I made a summary out of it. Like, I know what you can do and what you can't as a developer, right? So I should enforce this. Okay, so okay, in internal configuration settings, there are different validate methods. So let's go check it out. So close this. Configuration, settings, and okay, what do we want to validate here? So we want to validate, wait, this we don't care anymore. We want to validate the OpenVPN port. So I think this is in openvpn.go. Um, okay, wait. Before that, a lot more important is the user required? Uh, for most of all of them except VPN secure, it is required. But in our case here, it is not. So for RVPN, we don't need a user. Um, okay, so if the VPN provider is VPN secure, okay, I'm gonna put one on each line. Then yeah, then the user is not required, and the password is not required either, right? Oh yeah, oops, RVPN. Let me put RVPN first. All right, there. Okay, so this is done for the username. Um, what else is there? Oh, we need to make the client certificate and the client key compulsory for what is it called? RVPN. So here, let's add it here. Providers.rvpn. Copy paste it. There. Okay, let's go back. And same thing for the client key. Just add it here to the switch. And if we fall in one of these four cases, so RVPN, Sabegos, VPN Unlimited, or WeVPN, and the client key is empty, we return an error, and we will, well, it will crash the program and say, oh, you forgot to set the client key. All right, this is good. And what else? Yes, that's fine. Now, yeah, okay. So now the port is not in openvpn.go. It is in, I believe, in openvpn selection.go. So this is to select the server and the connection. Yeah, custom port. That's the one. So let's go down. Okay, this is the validate method. Okay, so we have restrictions on ports here. So in the default case here, we have another switch, and it is a switch per provider. So let's add RVPN. I don't think it's aware of restriction per protocol. Let me check. Do we have? No, we don't really have. I guess we could. Yeah, we could inject it eventually. I'm gonna have a look. Okay, so let's go back to the issue. All right, so this is WireGuard. So WireGuard is UDP, right? So okay, let's have two lines. Okay, and UDP is all this for OpenVPN. OpenVPN. Okay, and the allowed TCP, which is only for OpenVPN, so that's relatively easy, is... Oh god, yeah, okay. Yeah, because this is by IP address as well. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. Yeah, I think we're just gonna not care about this. Like, this is just gonna make like the whole code like a lot complicated. Like, the user should know, and if it doesn't work, like, it's a bit on them, I guess. Like, we're still like restricted a bit. Yeah, I think we just keep it like this. I guess I can comment and say, oh god. Okay, so 1.3. Okay, this is pointless. But here, 2018. This is okay. So this is for all of them. OpenVPN IP 1. So input 1, 2, 3, 4. IP in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the other one is OpenVPN 1, 3. All right. Yeah, because like if we need, starting to think now. Can we do that? Okay, let me check. Uh, where's the information? Where's this? Where's this? Validate. Okay, we have the storage. I guess we could do that. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I will do it eventually. Like, I don't. I'm gonna put a to do. It's not really a big deal because it's gonna be complicated. We can do it like all the data from the servers. You can access it through the storage. Um, so yeah, we could like the storage is the JSON file. We can query it and get all everything. And no, actually we can't because like the IP address is picked at runtime later on in the code. So yeah, forget it. Let's just keep it as is. Okay. Okay, so ports is done. What else is there? Maybe in, guess in WireGuard. Um, okay, here we need to add, yeah, the endpoint IP address are baked in as well for RVPN. So let's add it here. Okay. Okay. This is good. The endpoint port. Okay, so if the actually wait, where? Oh, that was for OpenVPN. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I mean, partly. So we don't care. We don't want to have WireGuard here. So there. Okay. So this is all OpenVPN. Wait, let me copy paste the WireGuard IP, the ports. Okay. Okay. And here let's remove OpenVPN. IPN. Okay. Okay, that's better. Now same thing for the ports here. Okay, we can set an endpoint port, so that's the case here. So let's add RVPN here. Okay. Okay. Okay, and now for case providers, the RVPN, the allowed ports are these ones. UN16. Done. Cool. And the rest will take care of it. Great. What else? Okay, let's go back to the wiki. Okay, I think all the validation is done. TCP and UDP are both supported in a way to RVPN, but depending on the IP, it might or might not work. So that's a bit on you. Like, it will filter by itself like the right TCP and UDP. So yeah, no, that's fine actually. Like, it will take care because the data is in the JSON file. Okay, let's go to the next part. Next part is Markdown servers table formatting. So the reason is pretty simple. Is just if you go, wait, let's go at the top. If you go in the wiki and go to, I don't know, Slick VPN maybe here, you have a list of servers here that is nicely formatted. But this is because it's auto-generated from the JSON file, and it creates a nice markdown formatted table. And yeah, I want that for each provider. Okay. Okay, so we want to go in this file and register a provider. So code. Okay, let's add it at the top. Case providers.rvpn. Return string. Completely wrong. Okay. Okay, let's start by the sort of largest geographically, I guess, like filter, right? So that's the region header. Then we want to add the country header, then the city header, then I guess maybe the protocol header would be more interesting than the host name. Yeah, let's put. Wait, is there a VPN header? Yeah, there's a VPN header. VPN header, and then so. Yeah, I guess we need TCP header and UDP header. Let's start with UDP header and then TCP header, and then what else is there? Then the host name, and then there's the name, the server name. Okay, 7 name. I think the name header is missing. Name header. Yeah, name header is missing. Let me just add it real quick. Name header. Name. Done. And I need to add it here. What is it? And name. There. And that's the server name there. Okay, cool. Usually you don't need to do that. Like all the headers are already in place for you, except if you add a field to the server model, but you shouldn't really have to. Let's just split this line in two because it's pretty long. I'm just wondering about something a bit out of scope, I guess, but this UDP header should be set to true for WireGuard always, and I'm not sure we do that. Yes, we don't. God damn it. Okay, so either it's UDP or the VPN is VPN.WireGuard. Okay, if it's WireGuard, it's always UDP, so it's always true. All right, cool. Okay, and what else? Okay, this is done, I think. Yeah, we added the 7 name header. That was just a missing piece, I guess. Okay, GitHub documentation. Okay, that's pretty simple. We just open this file, so could paste that, and we want to add it to the list here, so alphabetically as well. So RVPN here. Okay, in the labels file as well. So let's open that file. Okay, copy paste that, and RVPN there. Okay, blah 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 blah. In the README, so let's open the readme.md right there, and let's add RVPN at the top since it starts with A. Done. Okay, that's it. I mean, implementation is done, right? There are more things you can do, like, but this we don't need. This we don't need. Add a filter server model. We didn't need to do that. Open VPN option. We didn't really need to do that either. And congratulations to myself, I guess. And now the next thing I'm gonna do is okay. So next thing I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna test it. So RVPN has been kind enough. I've been emailing them a bit back and forth about information, and they've been kind enough to give me an activated account for free. So I already set some variables with my secrets, so I won't show it to you, but I'm gonna try to test it with this. So let's see, where is it? It's here. Okay, so we can start with WireGuard, I guess. So docker and run. Wait, we need to build it first. So docker build Gluetun. Okay, so we build that. Oh, one thing you want to actually, let me control C that. You want to test. Ooh, wait, that's from something else. You want to test that all the unit tests still pass. They should. Like, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't, but yeah, just in case, it's a good habit. Okay, they pass. Great. Okay, let's build the image. So pretty simple. It takes about the first time it takes about like 20 seconds. Then the second time it takes 10 seconds to build, so it's pretty quick. Okay, this is built. So docker run -it -rm to remove the container once we're done. Cap add netadmin. Okay, so now the VPN service provider is gonna be RVPN, and the WireGuard private key is gonna be the WireGuard private key, which I won't show. And there's also a pre-shared key for. Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, actually, wait. It just reminds me that we should check that the pre-shared key is set, since it looks like it's compulsory. Maybe. Where is it? WireGuard. Push-add key. No, this is optional. Is it optional? Okay, for RVPN, it doesn't look like it's optional. I don't see the point, by the way, because if you have a private key, it's the same thing as a pre-shared key. So, yeah, that sounds a bit strange. But anyway, um, okay. So in this case, okay. So if the VPN provider is providers.rvpn, let's okay. Okay, and this is empty. Return, we want to wrap the error, which is gonna be error. Oh, wait, this already exists? Okay, that's strange. Wait, what? Why did I define this? 8 months ago? What? And it wasn't used anywhere? What the hell? Okay, sure. I guess I removed it at some point. Anyway, okay, so yeah, we want to check that the push-add key is set for RVPN always. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so push-add key is gonna be, where is it? Where is it? Where are my secrets? God damn it. I lost it. Secrets that I have. Okay, yeah, same board. Okay, and WireGuard addresses are gonna be in my WireGuard addresses. And that's it, I think. And let's put the image name and let's try it. Nope. Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to set the VPN protocol. By default it's OpenVPN, so let me add it. Wait, what's the variable again? I think it's VPN type. Okay. WireGuard. RVPN. One of custom. Okay, we forgot to add to the WireGuard something that it should be supported. Where is it? In vpn.go. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe in provider, I think. Okay, here. That's where we need to edit if it's supported. So that's a bit of digging into validate methods. Like there's a lot of them, one per file pretty much in the configuration /settings package. So you're gonna have to, sometimes you're gonna have to search a bit like where the validation is coming from. All right, building it again. Okay, let's run it. Cannot add address, permission denied when adding address. Ooh. Interesting. Wait, what? So it tries to add. Okay, that's a bug somewhere else because actually this is the first provider that tries to add an IPv6 address. Okay, I guess we can fix it here as well. So that's WireGuard stuff. In the address section, add address, blah 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 blah. We add the address without checking anything, but like we should check if IPv6 is supported. Let's see. Let's take it where this is called. Where is it? Do kernel. Setup function. Blah 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 blah. Wait, IPv6. Let me search for IPv6. Okay, maybe here, I guess. Wait, let's go back to, I guess here. Okay, we can try it. So we can just check that if this is not supported, if IPv6 is not supported. I don't have IPv6 in my container system now, so and IPNet. So we try to convert an IPv6 to IPv4. It's a bit silly, but that's how in Go you do it. I guess I can just have it as another variable so it's explicit. Um, is IP net is IPv6. Okay, that's how you do it. And if it's IPv6, we continue and we skip it. Okay, let's try that. We rebuild the image. We could run the program. We go run directly and build the binary without building a container, but yeah, I'm lazy. Like it just feels more standardized in the container. Yeah, it worked. Okay, that was the problem. So awesome, we fixed it. We got the public IP address and it picked a server at random, whatever that server is, I guess. We can search a bit for it. It's okay. There are 3 servers. Okay, WireGuard. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, that's the one it picked. It picked the the Toronto one, pretty close to me in Montreal. Interesting. Anyway, so WireGuard works. That's great news. Let's Control C. Now we need to try the OpenVPN one. So I'm gonna set this to OpenVPN, and let's remove all this. So we want 2 things. We want the OpenVPN key. I believe you can set them like this. Let me search in the code base. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Wait, maybe not. Yes, you can. Okay, so OpenVPN key and OpenVPN set are the 2. It's listed in the Docker file as well. So if I go back in my secrets, I already set them. So like this, and then the second one is OpenVPN set. OpenVPN set like this. Yes, try that. Doesn't look like it's working. Oh, it worked. I think it crashed the first time. Sometimes it happens. Maybe the server is bad or something. Yep, it worked. Got my public IP address in Germany this time. Interesting. 1194. Wait, let me check what this one is. I'm just curious what is this one? Because maybe we have bad IP addresses somewhere. Okay, let's try to use this one again. I'm curious about the one that failed. So I'm gonna say server host names and this one. And this one is yeah, no, I don't think it works at all. This is IPv4 in 4, and we're trying to access it over what? Over UDP. Okay, let me check in the spec as well. Otherwise, I will send them an email, I guess. Okay, so wait, God damn it. Sorry, it's Saturday evening. I'm getting tired now. So this is from IPv4 info. Okay, so this is number 4 and over UDP, and we are trying to access it over which port? 1194. Ooh. Wait, is 1194 supported for all of them? I don't remember. Let's check the issue. I'll sum it up. Let's go up. Okay, so 1194 is here for UDP. Yeah, it's supported for TCP as well. Yeah, it's supported for all of them. Okay, so UDP number 4, 1194. That's what we are trying to do, right? Yeah, UDP. Okay, that's odd. Let's check in the spec. So I see TCP 1194 and UDP 1194. Oh, wait. Specs. What does that mean? TLS script TLS 1.2. Oh, this is OpenVPN 2. Wait, no, this is minimum OpenVPN. Huh. Very strange. To the least 119. Wait, let me check all the 1194. Okay, UDP 1194, UDP. I thought it would work. I don't understand why. Okay, let's try one on. I guess let's try this one. This is the IPv4. Okay, let's start with the first one here. This one should work before there any problem. I believe I can set VPN endpoint IP to just, or maybe yeah, I guess that could work. Let's try it. Okay, this one worked without any issue. Great. Okay, and that one was 1194. Okay, yeah, so it was RVPN. Great. Okay, now let's try the second one, which is 20211. Yep. Okay, worked without any issue. Great. Control C. Let's close this. We have a little error, but that's something else. Now let's try the third one. Maybe it is just this server and I'm just going crazy over no reason. Okay, third one doesn't work. Is this meant to be? I don't think it is. Wait, third one is what? Wait, why is third one? Wait, what? Third one doesn't even show up. The hell? Where is it? Wait, let me go back in our updater code. Why is it not? Okay, this doesn't work. Why is it not here? Okay, it's not here. I don't know why. So provider VPN updater. IPv4 in free. Is this the right thing? IPv4 in free. Yeah, that is strange. Maybe there's a problem in there in that thing here. So IPv4 in 2 in yes, in 4 yes. Aha, that's why. Okay, it's not there. Yeah, there's a bug. This should be this. Okay, this is done. Great, great, great. And this one is wrong as well. All right, so let's update again. The RVPN data should be quick. Done. And how about the fourth one? So, okay, the third one was definitely missing because of an error from my side. And where was it? Okay, let's go back to this one. Let's see. How about this one? Okay, this one is in the file. And this one doesn't work. That is strange. Okay, and let's try 213. Okay, so this is a .4. Let's try another .4 to see if they're all broken or not. That's a lot of .4. Wait, what? Why do we have so many for the same hostname? Oh, because they are different server names. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, the server name is it's not great, but it's fine. Let's skip it. Okay. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, this doesn't work. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. It feels a bit wrong to have a lot of servers with the same hostname. Yeah. Yeah, I might deduplicate it by server hostname. Yeah. Okay. All the number 4 don't work. I think. Like I just picked another. Let's try one more. I guess. Oh, like there's not that many number 4 as well, which is weird. Okay, well, let's try this one. Is it correct? Yeah, PV4 in 4, yeah. Very strange, very strange. Let's try this one. So, VPN endpoint IP. No, it doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna email them. That's probably a problem on this side. What we are going to do, however, for now is modify our updater code. So we don't include those. Let's try over TCP actually. That's a good point. So I think it's what is it? I don't remember. OpenVPN protocol, I think. Protocol, yeah, maybe. And let's try. What? Wait, I don't remember. Okay, wait. First, let's remove the number 4. We're gonna just comment them. So this is on the UDP. They don't work at all. So let's just comment to do and comment when RVPN clarifies why these don't work for OpenVPN UDP on port 1194. Okay, and now TCP is let's try number 3. So any number 3 should be working as far as I know. So maybe this one, I guess. I guess we can take the IP address directly and see if it works. Okay. TCP. Why is it crashing? Connection reset, restarting. Strange. Okay, wait, let's try the standard. This one, for example. This one should support UDP and TCP. Let's see if it works. Okay, this one works. Okay, so number 3 doesn't work either. Okay, so this is. Does it work for you? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, Control C. Now the question is, does it work? Okay, so it doesn't work for TCP, but does it work for UDP? I think it does. Yeah, they probably have a param in their specs. Let's try that. UDP. Yeah, UDP works without an issue. Okay, so this to do this should support TCP, but it only supports UDP. Yeah, I get it. All right. So what does that mean? That means we should change that. This is the last one, right? Yeah, okay, so we can change it. We can change that to TCP false. Okay, cool. At least let's update everything again. At least Gluetun will work. I will email RVPN, see what's up with that. And yeah, I think everything else should work. I mean, otherwise people can open issues if anything doesn't work. Okay, now we tested it. It works for OpenVPN, TCP, UDP. Now that we updated the servers, the JSON, everything will be fine as well. Even if you don't set any filters, it will pick at random the right server. We also fixed that bug for where you get for IPv6 if you don't support IPv6. The last thing you want to do is open a PR. This, to be completely honest with you, is my second stab at it because I did the first initial stab without having all the information, and I decided to clear everything. So I already opened a pull request, which is here, but it has some not tested work code and bad code. So I'm just gonna force push it here. So git push force it. Oops. Need to do that. Yes, I need to git push force. All right, and so I open this pull request. Oh, why is it closed? What the hell? Okay, I guess I will create another branch, another pull request. Sorry. Okay, let me copy paste that because it should still work. Wait, did I what did I just do? Okay, I want to create a new one. Okay, all right. No, wait, I can reopen maybe? What? What is happening here? No, I want to recreate the pull request. God damn it. Wait, so here you should pick your branch. What? Oh god. Oh wait, yes. I'm a complete idiot. I'm sorry. I forgot to commit it. I forgot to commit everything. Okay, let's discard this. We don't care about this JSON file. And everything else, I just add it. There. Fit providers, the RVPN support. Alright, done. Commit. And push. Okay. Now let's see the pull request here. Now it should be updated. Come on. Come on. Oh, reopen pull request. There we go. Okay. Alright, and now we should show the 25,000 more lines. God damn it. Yeah, most of them are just the JSON file, but anyway. In the body, it's nice if you can have instructions for people to try it out. So to try it out, so first the OpenVPN one, which is a bit the pain in the ass to create. Yeah, it's easier if you. I think people have user.crt file and put it in your path blah blah blah. Put the user.key in your path blah blah blah. You can get the image. This will be automatically built. In your case, you won't. If you open a PR from a fork, it won't be automatically built and pushed to Docker Hub. So they can build it with this command with git and docker. It will do it by itself, and then you can run it with so RVPN blah blah blah. Yeah, that should do. Like that's it. And now for WireGuard, which wasn't there in my previous code changes, simply this, I think. So let's copy paste that. So blah 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 blah. Yeah, yes. Change the VPN type. VPN type to WireGuard. You want to set the VPN. The WireGuard private key. Let's just generate a key and so WG gen key, I think. Yeah. As an example, private key. Okay, done. Okay, tuck. WireGuard, that's gonna be the pre-shard key. WireGuard addresses. 10.99.99 /32, I guess. And here, yeah, that's it. They can add the IPv6 if they want. .28. Okay, dot. Okay, that's just an example. And we don't need to bind on the directory if they don't want to. Yeah, that should pull and run the image, I think. Should be fine. Alright. Cool. So yeah, PR is open. That should be fun before. Then feel free to also like send a message in the issue. I should be notified if you open a PR, so I should look into it real soon. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm just gonna one last thing I'm gonna do is go in the issue for RVPN and comment that this is up. Open VPN and WireGuard implementation are up in with instructions. Feel free to try it. I tested it with an AirVPN account. They were nice enough to give me for free with with a little wink there. I will merge it soon. I just need to work around a few tiny details with RVPN support. Done. Alright, cool. I think that's it. I'm exhausted, and that took much longer than I expected, but it didn't take a whole day either. It took, I guess, 2 hours max. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something, and um, yeah, if you want to add your own provider that is not supported in Gluetun, like that's a fun experience to learn Go, and obviously if you want to contribute in other ways, whether if you want to, contribute to the code in other ways and modify other things, yeah, feel free to do it. Maybe just create an issue or comment on the issue that you're doing it, so we don't duplicate the work. Uh, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this is going to be useful, and I will see you around. Thanks. Bye bye.